Hi, my name is Gary L. Wimmer. I do lithomancy. It's a psychic art of reading stones. This is a subject who's volunteered for me to show you how it works and to show her how it works. Now, if you'll just drop the stones somewhere in the middle, we've never met, we don't know each other, I don't know anything about you, but however you want to drop them in that circle, and then I'll just start talking. Okay. First stone you dropped, I noticed, was the love stone, which always has a lot to do with a woman's relationship, and the life stone's on top of it. So there's a little bit of pressure from the past with both commitments, relationships, and man that's affecting you, which I'm not surprised because that comes up in a lot of women's readings. At this point right now, there's a lot of changes in your life emotionally because of this thing. It's affecting you in your place. It's affecting things from the past that have come up. So you're at a point right now where you want to set a new set of dreams, new set of possibilities, not only with men and everything else you've been through, but in a way you're making a break, but it's a continuation of some of these things, and you're trying to bring them into a situation of getting clearer to resolve. Some of these issues have to do with communication directly with this man and these other people, about place, about commitments, and so forth, and some of them have to do with almost like a break in moving forward. This timing stone here is showing how you're moving forward here. So you're bringing some of the stuff from the past in as you have to because it needs to be addressed, but you're not necessarily chaining yourself to it because that's why you've got new realizations of hopes and dreams coming in, because you're recognizing if you chain yourself to it too much, you're not going to start on this fresh path. Does this make sense to you? So this is a fresh path you're starting. And again, a lot of these things here, see how it's sort of forming a circle there? Everything's interconnected. Everything, one thing affects everything else. It's a chain of events in your life that have to do everything from place to commitment to relationships to problems you've had with your life to jobs, to the boyfriend, to the relationships, to your hopes and dreams, and affecting you emotionally. And that's why there's this big change in you emotionally, which is very empowering because it's allowing you a chance now to reestablish what you really do want, not what you have to accept or that's been laid on you or that you feel like you're confronted with because of either choice or situation. Is it making sense to you? So this is showing a whole bunch of transition in the next 3 weeks as far as setting things in motion with the timing stone here. Communicating with people in the past, but also communicating with people in the future that have to do with not only this new side of yourself that you're seeing, but also solving some of these problems and putting things in perspective, putting them in place, addressing the issues. You're also, this is an interesting combination of balanced emotions on one hand, and yet the very practical side of what you need to do on the other. So even though you feel like there's a more emotional spin going on, you're moving into a situation where you can have sort of a fairly practical view of it. So you're not so, it's almost like you're a step away from yourself, and this is like the new thing that's coming in. You have recognized how these are all connected, and you've kind of intuitively recognized that if you change one, it can change the other. So you're trying to figure out a method to change the right ones at the right time with the right, saying the right things, producing the right results for people. Even if it's sending out resumes, letters, all that sort of thing. So that way, because everything's going to affect everything in this big circle here, you're developing a sense of like fine tuning. This is with Mercury. This is being able to hit a specific target at a specific time, whether it's an approach, a communication, a letter, or a like a suggestion to someone, or all those sorts of communication efforts. And those are going to go on for the next 3 or 4 weeks here, affecting different parts of it. But every time you make a decision about things that need to be communicated and you do it at the right time, you're going to find out it opens up more of your dreams toward the future as opposed to your disillusionment from the past and things that have thrown you off base. So it's a win-win scenario in that sense as you kind of in a way disengage, but it's more like finding solutions, disengagement, and finding new things that are coming in the next 3 weeks. And these are going to emotionally empower you in a lot of ways. They're going to be, they're going to stir up a lot of new creativity and thoughts in you, new ideas about yourself, how you want to relate to men, how you want to deal with issues of home and place, and how you want to heal your heart over love situations, relationships, and commitments that have been uh, not worked out exactly like you thought in some way or another. Still making sense to you? Okay. By the third week here with the luck stone here, it's in a very good place because it's not only bringing you luck into your current environment here, it's also expanding because of the little gap there but going outside the environment that's giving you a new sense of identity into the future. So things in the third week that you've come to terms with, that you've got on this problem solving, clean up the mess sort of scenario, are by the third week they're not only going to, you can look back at these first 3 weeks and see the progress you've made, and that helps you set up a pattern of being able to continue that type of progress and to continue to move forward. You with me? And it's also opening up things in the future beyond your environment that are connections that you'll use later, opportunities that you use later. But these are almost a direct result of you sort of, I'm not going to take this anymore, I'm going to work my way out of this, or and this also has to do with, especially in the fourth and fifth week here, it has to do with you sort of going through and like throwing out all the garbage, figuring out a whole new game plan, whether it has to do with education, which it seems like it has to do with some degree, but also has to do with you using your time very effectively, using it more efficiently, putting yourself in a situation with home, emotions, work, and this new cycle of being like consolidating your energy, figuring the things that work efficiently, that give you results. You have to put yourself under some sort of restrictions like you would at school or studying and that sort of thing. But these are beyond that. They have to do with your personal life, they have to do with matters of home or matters of emotions. So that, along with Mercury here, are giving you a nice balance of practicality along with the emotional thing that's been spinning around, because right now your emotions are changing so fast. You're looking for what these practical tools are, what actually works, and you're going to be finding those for the next 3 or 4 weeks, piece by piece, solution by solution. And by the fourth and fifth and sixth week, you're having to take the extra step to put them into operation mode, make them work. And that involves culling and discipline, and you gain a lot of wisdom through that too. You gain a lot of strength emotionally. You gain a lot of answers about your place, about things that have been pretty discomforting about home life in some way. I don't exactly know what it is, but it's there's things that need to be transformed there. There's healing that needs to be done there. So you're making a lot of progress at that too. And that's an ongoing theme here that's bringing you very good rewards, which I'll explain to you. By the sixth week, Jupiter, very expansive. This is taking opportunities up to the sixth week and bringing them to things you can do beyond that, in the sense of business opportunities, in the sense of education, in the sense of connecting with home life in a way to having seen and pushed for and initiated a lot of this transformation, some of it on your part, some of it on other people's parts. Because you've had pressure put on you, and there's different points of view of this pressure. You have yours, other people have their others. Is this making sense to you? So as you, by the sixth week, with a real serious view of things about expansion, you're able to cover this next 6 weeks. And this is sort of the resolution of all these problems, coming in the 6th to the 12th week. We're trying to cut this down to about 10 minutes. So all these things that are basically the problems you have now are going to actually come out to be solutions. They're going to give you good feelings about love again. They're going to give you a strong indication of commitments, relationships, a new view of men, a new view of what you want in life and how to go there. You're going to solve a lot of these problems at home and so forth, and you're going to feel like you've been lucky in love rather than not lucky. Does this make sense to you? So that's what I'm seeing for you in the next 3 minutes, next 3 months.